Alrighty, so let's see here. We've got angle addition problem here. Trying to find the measure of angle RQL. So let's see, RQL, that's right here. We know that the measure of angle LQP is 28 degrees, and we know that the measure of RQP, that's the big angle, is 118. Of course, we know that the measure of angle RQP is equal to the measure of RQL, that's the angle we're trying to find, plus the measure of angle LQP. And we'll go ahead and substitute our values in here. The big angle is 118 degrees. Angle RQL, that's the one we're trying to find. We still don't know, of course. And then LQP is 28 degrees. Then we just have a little equation to solve here. We're going to subtract 28 from both sides. And let's see, 118 minus 28. Well, 118 minus 18 would be 100. Take away another 10 is 90 degrees equals measure of RQL. All right. Hopefully we're starting to get pretty good at these. Next up, simplifying radicals. Now, I'm going to toss something in here. I'm going to write these numbers down. These are your square numbers. 4 is 2 squared. Of course, it should start with 1, I suppose, but we're never going to really use that one in these problems. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49. 8 squared is 64. And 9 squared is 81. 10 squared is 100. So what you're trying to do is, after you multiply together your square roots, you're checking, could I divide out any of these numbers from what I have? So let's take a look here. So we've got negative, or square root of 5 times 3 times square root of 2. So first of all, we'll multiply together the square root part. So square root of 5 times square root of 2, 5 times 2 is 10. And of course, there's this 3 outside here. There's nothing to multiply by over here, so it just stays put. So 3 times square root of 10. You check. Is 10 divisible by any of these numbers? Nope. So you're done. That's your final answer. Check over here. 4 times square root of 3 times square root of 3. Well, let's see. There's nothing to multiply the 4 by over here, so the 4 is just going to stay alone. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just square root of 3 times 3, which is 9. And you look over here, is 9 divisible by any of these? Oh yeah, 9 is divisible by 9. So I could break this apart into 4 times the square root of 3. I'm sorry, 4 times the, what am I doing here? Okay. Ugh, I'm daydreaming over here. The square root of 9 simply is 3. So 4 times 3, which is 12. Ugh, I caught myself daydreaming there. All right, let's take a look at another one. Square root of 3 times square root of 5. Well, that's just the square root of 3 times 5, which is 15. 15 divisible by any of these numbers? Nope. So we're done. End of story. Negative 2 times square root of 6 times square root of 6. Well, there's no coefficient over here, no whole number outside. So our negative 2 is just going to stay part of our answer. And 6 times 6 is 36. Check that. Is 36 divisible by any number on our list? Well, let's see. It's divisible by 9. It's 9 times 4. But, better than that, it's divisible by 36. Which means it's the... Actually, 36 is, the square root of 36 is 6. So let's go back to this 9 times 4 thing. I could break this into 2 times the square root of 9 times the square root of 4. Alright, so 6 times 6 is 36, but I can break that apart into 9 times 4, which is negative 2 times square root of 9 is 3, times square root of 4 is 2. Let's see, 2 times 3 times 2 is, 2 times 3 is 6, times 2 is 12. Don't forget the negative. Our answer is 12. But also notice, we said earlier, the square root of 36 is 6. So negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. So there's a couple of different paths you could take here. It doesn't matter which one you took. This one's a lot shorter, but they both get you to the same answer as long as you all have your arithmetic correctly. Okay, let's do some equation solving on the back side. Alright, here we got 17 equals 2x plus 7. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to circle my terms. I want to isolate that x. So first I need to isolate the term that has the x, and to do that, I am going to subtract 7 from both sides. So 17 minus 7 is 10 equals 2x. Now I want to isolate the x by itself, so I need to eliminate the 2, its coefficient, by dividing by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2x divided by 2 is x. So there's our answer. Now let's go back and check it. 17 equals 2 times, if x is 5, I should be able to put a 5 there, plus 7. Let's see, 17 equals 2 times 5 is 10, plus 7. And 17 equals 10 plus 7 is 17. Check. Looking good. All right. Let's go down and do another one down here. Let's see. Number 5. Notice I've got, I've got a 3 over here. I've also got a negative 7 and a negative 4. Lots of just constant terms over here, so let's combine all those. There's nothing to combine over here, so we're just going to put negative 2 plus 4n over here. Let's see, negative 7 and negative 4 is a negative 11, plus 3 is 8, so that's n plus 8. First thing I would do is get all my variable terms onto one side, and most people pick the left side. Just personal preference, doesn't matter, but that's what a lot of people want to do. So in order to get that done, I am going to subtract n from both sides so that this n goes away. So it's the negative 2 isn't changed. 4n take away an n is 3n. N take away n is nothing. And we got our 8 over here. I suppose I don't have to put the positive part in there, but you know. Now I want only variable terms over here, so I want to get rid of this negative 2. And the best way to do that is to add 2. That leaves us with 3n over here, and 8 plus 2 is 10. We're going to end up with a fractional answer here. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Alright, well, I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. And that's going to be 3n divided by 3 is n. Over here, I don't want you to punch this into the calculator. I just want you to write 10 over 3. Alright? 10 divided by 3, the bar in the middle of the fraction means divided by. Just 10 divided by 3, and you're done. Alright. So I just went back to check my answer and realized I made a mistake. This is supposed to be negative 8. Negative 8. And when I add 2 to negative 8, I don't get 10, I get negative 6. And that makes this, negative 6 divided by 3, is negative 2. Here's why you always check your answer. Let's go back and check to make sure I've done it right this time. Now here I'm going to go negative 7 plus the negative 4 is negative 11. And then plus a positive 3 is negative 8. So we're going to check from this point right here. So I got negative 2 plus 4. Instead of n, I'm going to put in negative 2 equals negative 2 minus 8. See, over on this side, negative 2 minus 8 is negative 10. Over here, we got negative 2, and 4 times a negative 2. Positive 4 times negative 2 is a negative 8, so that's negative 8 here. And negative 2 minus negative 8 is negative 10. Check mark. Always pays to check your answer. All right? Good luck.